about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. And with the Dallas Cowboys currently in search of their next head coach, there's some picks out there that Cowboys Nation would consider the sexy pick. There are picks out there that would be an absolute pie-in-the-sky delusional pick. And there are picks out there that would make the most sense from a Jerry Jones standpoint. So we're going to go over the pick that I feel is the sexy pick, while also giving y'all my thoughts on the most obvious pick in this Raw and Uncut. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, Raw and Uncut.
I'm keeping it real. They keep it real. That's real.
All right, Cowboys Nation. One thing that we do as fans, we love to think about the biggest name with the biggest marquee available. The pick that everybody's talking about. The pick that every talking head is suggesting. The biggest name that I've heard when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys head coaching search? Deion Sanders. Y'all know exactly how I feel about the thought of Deion Sanders coming to the Dallas Cowboys to be the head coach. I feel it's either too little too late, or it's just bad timing, Cowboys Nation. It's too little too late because Jerry Jones continued to flip-flop and he waited to the last minute to get contract negotiations done. Or he could have just planted his foot in the ground and allowed somebody to play out their existing contract and allowed them to walk in free agency. He didn't do that though, Cowboys Nation. But it's not like Jerry Jones just figured out that Shadur Sanders and Deion Sanders would be available for this upcoming draft. This is something that every college fan and talking head around the world knew about and were talking about for the last couple years. Not only that, but it's not like Jerry Jones didn't know that Dak Prescott's contract would be up at the end of the 2024 season. A lot of us were under the impression that Jerry would allow him to play out his contract and just let him move on. It would have been at that point where we could have moved on from both Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott and got a new head coach quarterback duo that just happens to be father and son. Jerry didn't do that, and here we sit with some of the fans wishing that we have another quarterback controversy on our hands in day one. But this, to me, Cowboys Nation, this one is the sexy pick for our Dallas Cowboys. It would bring so much media. It would be a media storm for our Dallas Cowboys. The media would be talking about the Dallas Cowboys for the next few years. But I feel this is something that Jerry Jones would absolutely love. Getting all that attention focused on the Dallas Cowboys. Adding more attractions to the circus, which is this organization. This would be the pick that would have every single fan in the NFL standing up and watching the Dallas Cowboys. Even if you weren't a part of Cowboys Nation, every talking head would be dialing in the Dallas Cowboys brands as if they don't do that already. It would also go against strike one that has been said by Cowboys Nation everywhere. It would distract from the primary reason we want him here in the first place. It would take away from football. It would not make the main thing the main thing. This move also is the most expensive for Jerry Jones. Everybody knows this. The coach's salary does not come out of the salary cap. It comes out of Jerry Jones's pockets. Deion Sanders' current buyout? $8 million with the Colorado Buffaloes. Do you not think the Colorado Buffaloes don't want every single penny of that $8 million? So now, Jerry Jones would be $8 million in the hole. Not only that, he's going to have to figure out a way to get Dak Prescott to drop that no-trade clause and be traded out of Dallas, eating almost $90 million in dead cap. So now, we're $90 million in the hole on the cap. We haven't even discussed the price it would take for Deion to leave that $8 million behind in Colorado. How many coaches is he going to bring? How much are they going to cost? We haven't asked all these questions. But I will tell you this, Cowboys Nation. The numbers aren't advantageous for Jerry Jones. Could Deion come in and change the culture of this team? By all means, yes, he could. I mean, I feel he could completely change the swagger and demeanor in that locker room. He could bring such a confidence to that locker room that we have not seen in decades, Cowboys Nation. And also, I love the approach for the Colorado Buffaloes. I love his scheme, which could easily be implemented for the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, according to Primetime himself, College coaches rely on scheme, and the pros rely on the men to consummate that scheme. What does that mean? That means that he can set up at the star, work with these players, and find out their abilities and mold the scheme to these players' strengths. I like the thought of that, Cowboys Nation. There weren't any huge schematic changes on each side of the ball, but we knew where the ball flowed through. The ball flowed through their stars. The defense relied heavily on the defensive backs, and the offense relied heavily on Deion Sanders. I mean, I like the thought of that in Dallas, but what happens when Deion wants a player to complement Shedeur, but said player's too expensive for the Jones family? He'll have to do it without said player, and if he falls short, people in Cowboys Nation will not hesitate in putting the blame all on him and Deion. But let's keep it a buck, Cowboys Nation. It's not like I don't want Deion, Shedeur, or Shiloh in Dallas. I just feel it's unfortunately not the right time because of Jerry Jones' decision-making. And because of Jerry Jones' decision-making, the stars don't align right now. But what stars do align is the next coach that I'm about to talk about. This pick right here, this is the obvious Jerry Jones easy button pick out there. I said his name in my last video. If you didn't see my last video, please go check it out. But checking the pulse of Cowboys Nation, it doesn't seem that they want this move to happen, but I feel it's going to happen. That's for Jerry Jones to strike a deal with boy wonder himself, Kellen Moore. I know Cowboys Nation scoffs at the idea of Kellen Moore coming back to the team as the head coach. I know we all got questions about if he's a leader of men or not. Jerry Jones isn't looking for a leader of men. The past showed us this, Cowboys Nation. Jerry Jones is looking for someone to allow him to be the leader of men while they just coach the damn team. Kellen Moore, he knows the assignment. He knows and understands the assignment, and also the Texas Coast offense is a mutation to Kellen Moore's offense. Less of a learning curve for Dak Prescott and that offense. But Kellen Moore also has a great relationship with Dak Prescott and knows how to get the best out of him. They have a great open channel of communication, and if you remember correctly, Cowboys Nation, Dak Prescott didn't want Mike McCarthy to get rid of Kellen Moore. When Kellen Moore was running the offense, Dak Prescott saw some of his best numbers of his career, and the offense was usually in the top five of the league more often than not. But in the eyes of Jerry Jones, Kellen Moore is a proven commodity, and he continues to prove himself over with the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot of Cowboys Nation should be eating a little bit of crow after laughing at Eagles fans after their organization acquired him, no. But that's another video for another day. He's showing you that he is fully capable. He's fully capable in respecting the run and having it be an equal part of the offense. I feel the lack of quarterback numbers in Philly is the fact that Saquon Barkley can now take a little bit of that workload off of Jalen Hurts' shoulders. And with a great run game, Dak could benefit from the same thing. Kellen's coached his current offense to a 14-3 season, Cowboys Nation. Jerry sees this, and with a solid defensive coordinator, this could be the move that makes the most sense for the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones. But I give him my take on the other head coaching candidates, so we're not going to talk about him in this video. If you haven't seen that video, please go check it out. But I will leave you with these two things. Number one, Cowboys Nation should be used to the talking heads making all these suggestions, talking about what moves would be good for the Dallas Cowboys, and Jerry Jones not doing it. Don't set yourself up for failure even before the offseason starts, Cowboys Nation. Remember, expectations lead to disappointments. And number two, don't rule out the possibility of another team not acquiring Mike McCarthy's services and he come back asking for that deal that Jerry Jones had on the table. I know there's some interesting takes out there about Mike McCarthy not really being liked by the players or the front office, or how he was responsible for getting Amari Cooper up out of Dallas. There are also rumors from the same source, no less. Remember, from the same source, that Micah Parsons wasn't liked at the start, but hey, that's another video for another day. The thing is, with Jerry Jones, nothing can be taken off the table, Cowboys Nation. Just because you don't hear that the Cowboys aren't going after Kellen Moore doesn't mean that it's not happening. According to the NFL rules, a team can't talk to a coach until their current season's over with. Remember Dan Quinn with the Washington Commanders? When the Eagles season comes to an end, don't be shocked when the Kellen Moore talks start to ramp up, Cowboys Nation. If the Dallas Cowboys don't have a head coach by then, and you know that Jerry Jones loves to watch the leaves fall before he makes a decision, don't be surprised if Kellen Moore is wearing that head coaching headset for the Cowboys for the 2025 season, with Jason Witten being placed on the staff as well. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. I hope I didn't ruin your hump day with this take, but I feel this is how Jerry's going to look at this current coaching situation in Dallas. I feel he'll go with the more well-known, more comfortable decision than roll with the decision that's unknown. But what do you think about what I had to say? Y'all know how we do it. We always talk about it in the comment section. If you're digging this content and want to help get it out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans, drop a like on this video and share it with whomever you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan. If you are DC for life and you hope and you pray that Jerry Jones makes the right decision, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, draft coverage, or Madden 25 or College Football 25 gameplay. Cowboys Nation should be used to Jerry Jones not going with that sexy pick. Just sit back and think. Which move would be the most Jerry Jones type move? And you got your answer as to who the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys will be. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.